guys, welcome back. Our next guest hails from De La Vega City in Spanish Town and believes that through hard work and perseverance, you can achieve your dreams. Joining us this morning is Hubmark Chief Executive Officer, Jahmone Salmon. Good morning to you, sir.
Hi, morning.
How are you?
I am, feeling myself out of trouble.
I know your favorite song. I know your favorite song is a chronic song. You know what I'm talking about?
I like chronic.
Right? I
it.
grew up in a place
Oh,
called
that's a good one.
Jamaica. Right?
Yeah.
Listen, what a story you have, though.
Yeah, I think I don't look at it as, like a big story. It's just a part of the journey.
Yeah, yeah. When we think about De La Vega City, we've heard of things that has happened in the past, of course. But we also hear of persons like yourself. You've come out of the space and you're doing incredible things. Just give us an idea of what it was like growing up in Spanish Town in De La Vega City.
Mhm. Yeah, actually, it's the typical story. You see some persons that are having it difficult, with financial stuff and getting things done, and then you have persons who are doing okay. Uh, Sometimes there's peace, and there's sometimes I can actually see, a little stir up of, of violence and so forth. But I think overall, it's a really cool place, in terms of molding and building the character that needs to, come from there.
Yeah, and how did it shape you and your mindset?
A lot of it came from the people, and my granddad. He was very inspirational in just, when anything happened, this is going to be a part of your story, this is going to be a part of your journey. That's the level of conversation that I have with him, so that internally there's always this motivation to get better, to get things done the way that is going to make a legacy in the future.
Yeah, yeah. Is your grandfather, his name was Dr. Hall?
No, no, no.
No, who was Dr. Hall?
Dr. Hall was a friend, a community friend. He actually tutored a lot of students, a lot of kids in the area were growing up when I was earlier, in the earlier days. And so he taught me, and just like the other kids in the area. And I think that helped me to position myself to do really well. I believe in the primary school, for second and third place for most of the years.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he really had a really good contribution there.
Yeah, it said here that you were always in the top three out of approximately 20 students, right? And you then started high school, and then you started to just maintain a nice steady pace.
Yeah.
What happened there?
So high school, like just coming first, second, third, it wasn't really like a priority. I was just more focused on learning things. I was just very curious, learning about religion, learning about just anything that comes to mind. The internet was a big thing, so I was just always researching, So school wasn't, I was just doing it to get by.
Yeah, yeah. But you said at that time you found your passion, right? In marketing?
Yeah, like just after leaving high school, I started to realize that I have so much ideas. I've been doing just too much things, and at least two friends, eventually sat me down and said, "Hey, Rolling Stone gather no mas." And I started to think about what does all of this have in common, and then I realized it's really brand development, but I'm doing it through marketing, and then later on I developed other areas of brand development.
Got it. Okay, so you stopped going to Jose Marti in what year?
About 2013, because Jose Marti actually developed it, some of my leadership skills. I was able to go into more leadership roles at Jose Marti.
Like what?
Like I was the president of the Peer Councils Association. I was a prefect at the time. It was the first I've ever been like just holding, student leadership roles. I mean, of course, I do think that there are a lot of mistakes I made back then, from ego standpoint and so on. But we live and we learn, and I think some of those stuff are the lessons that I took from that part of my journey.
Got it, got it. All right, so you left high school, went on to university. What was that whole journey like?
Yeah, so St. Catherine High School, then Jose Marti, but then when I went to university, I was more focused on how can I increase my income, because essentially I'm coming from an area that I don't have it like that, right? So I have to ensure that I can make ends meet. So let's focus primarily on business. We focus primarily on business and getting things done. There are times that I don't even haven't gotten the chance to go to a lecture or something like that because I'm focused on working on the business and building the brand.
Right, because you were telling me off air that you were balancing a 9 to 5 and also being
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
entrepreneur.
And some of those 9 to 5 actually help develop. Again, it's a part of the journey. Like I through the call center uh, environment, I was able to work with Microsoft, get a better grasp of the backend system, consulting their business clients. I was able to work with AT&T that taught me about sales and data-driven decision making. So just even know being, specializing in business intelligence and big data, some of that experience, a real world experience, came from the call center environment. Yeah. But I knew that I needed to do more to get out. So
I'm very happy that you mentioned that because oftentimes persons will look at the call center experience and say, boy, there's nothing else to do here than just taking calls. But you actually created something that and made it really your own with Hubmark, right?
Hubmark, yeah.
Yeah, and you lead a team of
approximately 10.
About 10 persons. But you were telling me as well that you do business not only here in Jamaica, but across the Caribbean as well.
Yeah, yeah. So we have clients in Guyana, Barbados, Bahamas, Trinidad, United States. We have served clients in Colombia as well. So we have a lot of perspective. Yeah. Right now.
What is Hubmark?
Hubmark is a brand development company. So we help business with branding, marketing, IT, from brand identity, website design, to email marketing, blog. So it's just a comprehensive 360 business development, brand development.
Yeah. And how has the journey been for you quickly as you wrap up as an entrepreneur?
It's fulfilling. It has its ups and its downs, but I think I'm now at a place where I'm a lot more comfortable with where I'm at. I'm out of the 9 to 5 and everything, so I'm very excited for the next few years.
Listen, I'm very excited for you, sir. I'm very excited for you. Congratulations on this journey, all right? All the very best for the future. And thank you so much for sharing it with us, all right?
Sure.
Thank you so much. That was Hubmark's Chief Executive Designer, Jahmone Salmon. Now, coming up next, we discuss white-collar crimes. Do our law